Paul, always looked like a banana skin, but you came out of it okay in the end.
We did. We won the game. That's the most important thing. People obviously look at Dover's league position, and I fully understand that. But there's been enough occasions when they have made it difficult for teams, and to win with 3 goals, they've kind of. I think Torquay won here by a same score line. Solihull beat them 5 not so long ago, but they've been to Stockport, only lost by a single goal. I think they've drawn with Chesterfield, Solihull here. So it's about getting the 3 points, and like I said, we managed to do that. I felt we made it a little more difficult than I think it perhaps could have been. But at the same time, we, as I said, the main thing is we get back on that coach with the 3 points.
The whole setup and everything was a bit Wheelstone-like, and I thought the performance was a little bit, apart from the fact that you maybe dug in a little bit better than you did then.
Obviously that's a little while ago. My recall from that game was more just we had loads of possession, more control. Today they sat off and allowed us the ball initially, but I felt like they had some chances that we weren't happy about. As in, I think Max has made one good save, albeit a deflected shot. A couple of the chances they will have probably hoped to have done better with, and that's what I wasn't happy about. It was definitely it's a different atmosphere than quite a lot of them that we've, experienced more recently. The pitch, while it's relatively flat, the ball didn't particularly bounce. True, it's kind of quite compacted and so on, but ultimately it is the same for both sides. But with how we want to play, it was a bit of a challenge for the players, but we knew that coming into the game, so it's not an excuse. But I think he looked like we looked tired. We looked tired early in the game, and then some looked like they got a second wind. Again, not making excuses, but we already sort of started discussing it, and will more whether or not the fact that we've had a little layoff has contributed. Along with maybe the trip, we try and do everything right, and we did it slightly different again. Got the lads in the gym and the pool once we got down here yesterday. Travelled a bit earlier. Did it work? I don't know. I think we all would have loved a kind of better performance in one regard, but at the same time, delighted we scored 3 goals. We could have had a couple more ourselves as well, and it keeps us run going.
You decided to go for Tristan up front instead of Manny. What were your decisions for that, and how do you think you did?
Thought he did all right. He certainly took his goal extremely well. Like I say, he's a different sort of striker. They dropped off, so there wasn't too much space to run into. It was almost a perfect ball from Luke and a fantastic finish. One that surprised me a little, simply because it was on his right side. And I think it's seen in training sometimes he always wants to get it on that left foot. But great awareness and great execution. So, hopefully that will help him. And I thought when Manny came on, he did pretty well as well. Like I said, they are different, but overall it was just about, I think, Trist, because he'd been a little bit longer, hadn't probably had too long playing in his best position, so he got the nod.
A couple of injuries, it looked like. Arjun Reiki, first of all, what's the situation with him?
Yeah, he's feeling his Achilles in there. I think there's some crutches ready. Hopefully they're precautionary and not as serious as that sounds. Obviously, right at this moment in time, we're not sure. Don't know if I said is it a kick, but I think he said he felt like twist in the ground a little. So yeah, we'll have to monitor that and see. I don't know about any other injuries.
Giles seemed to have a arm problem right at the end of the game.
It was. I thought when I was sort of walking across to him and seeing him, I thought he'd broke his wrist or something. Then he said he might have broke his finger, which I haven't done. I'm sure it hurts, but it was a lot better if that's what it is. He's laughing and joking and kind of come round quite quickly then. So whether it was broke or it was a dislocation, I'm not sure, but he seems happy enough in the dressing room now.
And a word finally for the fans who have made the long journey again.
Yeah, fantastic effort. Thankfully they saw a victory and they saw some goals, and like I said, it keeps us run going. Quite a lot of the others have won, but I think there's a draw and a defeat in there as well. Teams above us, and we got to chip away, and like I said before, stay in the mix. I think what it does do is going into March, certainly, it looks a very big month. We want them all to be from now on, but certainly by the end of March, you would have thought we'll have an idea of whether we are going to be in that race or not.